Vamos Argentina, vamos Messi, as Argentina win the World Cup against France. Not only was this the greatest World Cup final of my memory, but perhaps the greatest of all time. This game was defined by Argentina's intensity and composure in the first 80 minutes, silly defending and Mbappe's class in the last 10 minutes, and a crazy up and down 30 minutes of extra time. I really feel for the French players and fans because they gave absolutely everything to win this game. And we'll analyze what went wrong for them. But first, let's talk about how Argentina won this game. Coming into this game, people, and myself included, were expecting Argentina to play either a 3-5-2 or a 4-4-2. But Scaloni decided to go with a super attacking and super risky 4-3-3 with Di Maria on the left-hand side. Now, also coming into the game, Argentina were posing the attacking threat mostly down the right-hand side, right? With Messi and Alvarez doing some great work, with Enzo Fernandez and McAllister in those areas. So naturally, France was occupying the right-hand side more. They were marking Messi with Griezmann, Rabiot, Upamecano, Hernandez. These four players were marking Alvarez and Messi, and sometimes when De Paul got forward. And you won't blame France for having more men on Messi, right? But as a result, the entire French team had to shift more towards their left-hand side so they would be more compact in defense. And this basically meant that there was a lot more room for Di Maria to exploit on the left-hand side. Consistently, what kept on happening was Messi would get the ball in these areas here. He would dribble past a few challenges and roll a few players, get into more central areas, and play a dinked ball behind to Di Maria that Di Maria would get onto, right? And this made it a nightmare for Koundé to defend against because he was basically one-on-one against Di Maria the entire game. Even if Dembele tried to help, there was obviously McAllister who was helping in behind, so Di Maria could play 1-2s with him. And Di Maria was an absolute nightmare for Koundé the entire game. And it was Di Maria's work down this flank that got the penalty, right? It was Dembele trying to defend him on this flank over here. Di Maria rolls him a little bit and tries to cut on the inside and gets past him, and Dembele just trips him up, right? It was silly defending. Some might say it was a soft penalty, but it was a penalty nonetheless. Di Maria's inclusion on the left created multiple problems for France all over the pitch. Obviously, we just talked about their defensive problems with Dembele and Koundé not being able to live with Di Maria, but it also created massive problems in an attacking sense. Whenever they won the ball back, because Di Maria was attacking so high and wide, there were big spaces left in behind on the right-hand side. And actually, Giroud and Mbappe were well covered with 1, 2, 3, 4 players near them. So it was realistically Dembele getting forward and Koundé helping in support that was going to help them, right? With McAllister and Fernandez getting back. But Koundé struggled to get past Dembele and provide that overlap or provide that quality on the ball so that Giroud and Mbappe, when they were on this flank, could actually get the ball, right? So they struggled with that ball progression through midfield. And because Griezmann had to do so much defensive work on their left-hand side to keep Messi quiet, he struggled to link up the play as well, right? I mean, of course, he would try his best to get on both sides of the pitch, but there was only so much he could do when his starting position in a counterattack is so deep. So Scaloni killed two birds with one stone because not only were Argentina more attacking with Di Maria in the squad, but France's danger men were kept quiet because they just couldn't get on the ball. Most people knew coming into this game that Argentina would dominate the ball. And more importantly, Deschamps knew coming into this game that France plays better without the ball. So playing Giroud, Mbappe, and Dembele in the front line was probably a mistake. And he admitted it to himself by making two changes, right? In the 41st minute, where he took Giroud off to bring Thuram on and took off Dembele to bring on Kolo Muani. So this is what the team looked like after those changes. Mbappe went down the middle and Kolo Muani off the right. So after those changes, instead of both Giroud and Mbappe looking isolated in these areas and France unable to get the ball up to them, we had Thuram dropping deep to collect the ball and link up the play. We had Kolo Muani doing better at dropping in central areas and also on the right wing to link up the play and push it forward. But the problem still was that Mbappe was very isolated. He couldn't get into the game until Thuram went up top and he played off the left-hand side in the second half. For more than 2/3 of the game, France had 0 shots, 0 XG, and I believe 0 corners as well. In the 68th minute, Kolo Muani got their first shot and Mbappe got their second shot in the 71st minute. So it was looking really grim for France and it looked like Argentina would just roll them over in 90 minutes. Now we go to the 80th minute when France get back into the game, because of a penalty that Otamendi gives away, right? Kolo Muani is running down this line through the center, trying to get onto the end of a long ball, and we have Otamendi trying to chase him down. They both run towards the edge of the box over here. Otamendi has his hands all over Kolo Muani, and he trips him up, gives away a penalty to France. It is such a stupid foul to give away when you are the last man. He could have even been sent off, right? I'm pretty sure he was the last man. And the momentum completely shifted towards France. The next goal right after the penalty that Mbappe scores from this chance comes after 97 seconds. And Mbappe gets a world-class volley from the edge of the box here with a dinked ball that's played to him from Marcus Thuram. And Argentina go absolutely fully in panic mode for the last 10 minutes of regular time. You can see Lionel Scaloni losing his composure on the touchline, and this shows you that football is a game of momentum, right? Good players in Argentinian team that have controlled the game for 80 minutes just started playing poor passes, and they were just panicked. They looked terrified of losing the game in regular time. Then we come to the second half of extra time, when Messi gets that goal that makes everyone believe that he's finally won it, right? Montiel wins the ball in this area and plays a long ball to Martinez. Martinez touches it down to Messi and runs into this space. Fernandez runs forward. Enzo Fernandez runs forward. Messi passes him the ball and Fernandez finds Martinez. At the same time, Messi is also running into this area here. Martinez shoots at Lloris. The ball takes a deflection and Messi's the first one who's live to it and puts it into the net. By this point, the game had become really scrappy, with France playing with so many attackers and Argentina also trying to go for the win. When Messi gets this goal, everyone just believes that this is it. This is the moment. He has done it. He's going to be tied with Mbappe for 7 goals in this tournament. This is his moment. But Mbappe has something to say about that. And finally, to wrap up this crazy extra time, we go to the moment that Argentina fans and Messi would have been dreading after they got that third goal. Coleman has the ball, who takes a corner. I think a French player wins a header over here in this area, and the ball falls to Mbappe. Mbappe goes to the edge of the box, takes a shot, and Paredes and Montiel try to close him down, but it hits Montiel's hand inside the box, and the referee awards a penalty. What a crazy way to end crazy 30 minutes of extra time, right? Obviously, Mbappe puts away the goal from the penalty spot. It goes to 3-3, and we head to penalties. So now let's talk about what decided this game. I think Scaloni got his tactics spot on by playing Di Maria in the side. He was probably man of the match with 1 goal, obviously won the first penalty that Messi put away, 3 chances created, 0.83 XG and XA combined, 49 touches and 4 dribbles in 64 minutes only. So he was definitely man of the match for Argentina. And Argentina controlled the game in the first 80 minutes because of their midfield 3, right? How good they were at linking up the play between their defense and their attack and keeping the ball rolling. Enzo Fernandez absolutely deserves Young Player of the Tournament. He had 118 touches, 1 dribble, and 7 progressive passes this game. Also defensively immense, he had 7 tackles, 1 clearance, and 11 ground duels won. McAllister as well deserves a shout out. His involvement in that second goal was absolutely brilliant. The weight of pass that he placed to Di Maria to get the ball onto his left foot, perfect to strike the ball and score, was amazing. And in general, it was great play from Argentina in the first 80 minutes. Also, Argentina made some really, really silly mistakes while defending. Otamendi, why does he need to pull down Kolo Muani inside the box, right? If you want to foul him, take the chance either before he gets into the box or just make it difficult for him to shoot, right? Is it guaranteed that Kolo Muani scores in that scenario? I'm not so sure. Also, Gonzalo Montiel, why would you come up with your hands raised at the edge of the box in the 116th minute of the game when your team has finally managed to go up 3-2, right? It was really silly defending, but these things happen in big games, right? People tend to panic when things are on the line, and especially something as big as the World Cup. And finally, probably the biggest individual influence on this game, Mbappe magic. Getting a hat-trick in the World Cup final, man, this is not an easy thing to do. He had 6 shots, 3 on target, 1.76 XG, which by the way was 80% of France's total of 2.24 by the end of the game. Only 46 touches in the game, but 4 dribbles and 4 progressive passes. He did everything to save France from embarrassment today. It was Argentina versus Mbappe, and Mbappe really saved Deschamps from massive embarrassment, man. Deschamps got his tactics wrong. Mbappe kept them in the game till the penalties. And to be honest, penalties are kind of 50-50, right? Like France could have still won this game. So what do you guys think? I think Argentina's man of the match was Di Maria, but the man of the match for this entire game was definitely Mbappe. The composure he showed for those two penalties, and obviously the world-class volley that he puts into the bottom corner. No keeper is saving that. I don't want anybody blaming Martinez. Absolutely fantastic game from him. He should probably have 2 World Cups at this moment, but he doesn't. If only France could have played any better in this game, right? Let me know what you guys think. Get in the comments below with who your man of the match was. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.